Hello and welcome to the Sunday afternoon modular. Unfortunately, not with the best news. This time I had a water damage in my home, and now things need to be cleaned up, and I had to move things away, and my studio now looks like a storage room. So I cannot really do videos at the moment, which is a bit sad. The good thing is all my synths and all things in the studio and all my modules, all that stuff is okay. So that's the good thing about the whole bad situation. It's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Anyway, my fellow synth lovers, I always wanted to say that. I thought I cannot leave you without any video, so I was thinking about doing a look back on my older videos and how everything started. So yeah, that was the Sunday Afternoon Modular was born in March 2019. And I originally started this channel because I was searching for videos of modules to hear how they sound and if I like them. But for the most modules, there were just no videos available. So I thought, well, then let's just do my own videos and hope they are helpful for others. Now today it's a bit different, as the manufacturers have started to do their own videos. Which is really nice. So in the first year when I started, I dropped a video every single week. And I can tell you, besides a normal day job, this is more work than one might think. Even a 5-minute video can easily take up 8 to 10 hours or even more. But I mean, I was a total greenhorn when it comes to YouTube videos. I have my music studio, I can record, I can mix things together, look that they sound nice, but like videos did not have any clue about it. And learned it through the years and hope that today I'm at the stage where people can actually watch them and are fine with the quality. Alright, so usually I script my videos, so that I know what I say, and this is free spoken, so there might be one or the other hiccup. All right, so we want to start with the year one. First, I did a lot of jams: the 2HP Plug jam, 2HP Vowel jam. Both cool modules, especially Plug is still one of my favorite modules. It's like a string sound, a plucked string sound. So it sounds like an acoustic guitar, but you can also like a marimba or something like this. And what's really cool if you like distorted guitars. I mean, I played in rock bands all my life. And so if you take a 2HP Plug and put it through a distortion module, you can get very nice, almost distorted e-guitar sounds. Then, what did I do? A lot of jams in the beginning. Erica Synth, Pico Voice, Pico DSP, Mutable Instrument Plates, Pico Voice. I mean, if you're a beginner, if you start with a Eurorack, check out Erica Synth's Pico modules. They're affordable, so you don't break your bank instantly, because yeah, Eurorack synth, modular synth, it's they usually it costs a lot. Either you have a car or you have this hobby. So yeah, Mutable Instrument Plates. This is it's a bit like the Pico Voice, just more advanced. It comes with more sounds and more you can do with it, and I think it's still one of the most successful modules there are. 2HP Bell, so 2HP first they had the Plug, they had the Vowel and the Bell with some bell sounds, which is also pretty nice if you combine it with a nice reverb and with some delay. You can get easily pretty good and cool sounds. Pico Drums introduction, one of my favorite drum modules actually. It's not like an analog 808 or 909, it's more like a sample player, so it has samples on it. But you can trigger 2 samples at one time. So so you could do a bass drum and a snare at the same time with one module. And you can also load there is a programmer, a little programmer thingy, which if you plug it in, you can then plug the whole thing into your computer via a USB port, and then load your own samples onto it, which is pretty cool. And I think I own three or four Pico drums, yeah, because they're just fantastic, easy to use, affordable, and if you load your own samples onto it, just great. The Pico Voice introduction, then a Sunday Jam with Dropbox. Now that was with a Dropbox phaser. Equalizer in Eurorack, music thing, modular, graphic EQ, yes, and I think that was the ALM one. So I did a small video about equalizers in Eurorack systems and why they are cool, and also the differences. So we have a graphic equalizer, and the ALM is as a parametric one, where you can sweep to all frequency bands, whereas with the graphic equalizer you have fixed frequency bands. So an EQ is always helpful in a modular system. The Doepfer Spring Reverb, that was a must-have for me. It's a module, and then you have cables and an external spring tank, where there is a spring in it, and the sound goes through it, and that creates that specific reverb. And I also bought the bigger one, it came with a smaller medium Accutronic spring tank, and then I bought the big one, which is yeah, it's quite the thing. You need some space, but it's really cool. Take a look at the video. I just love this spring reverb. Then a jam again. I did a lot of jams when I started out. Dropbox White Line, Drive and Echo. So Dropbox, the Greek company, I think the White Line series was their first Eurorack modules they did, if I'm right. And the drive was like an overdrive with one knob, nothing spectacular. And the echo was basically a simple delay or echo, but really nice sounding. I like to put it on drums and percussion, because you can really change the rhythm and play with it. It's really cool. I think they don't produce it anymore. If they would, I would definitely tell you, get one. It's great. Noise engineering, Terzi Ruina. This is like a distortion module, and I think the Terzi Ruina is the one that comes with 3 different distortions. And this is cool if you put modules like the 2HP plug through, because you really get that heavy guitar sound if you like it. I do. Dropbox Lil Erebus, another jam. The Dropbox Lil Erebus actually is a huge module. It's a whole synthesizer. It's a whole synthesizer in one module. And yeah, it's nice. Noise engineering again, the Kith Ruina. It's another distortion module. There is also the Viol Ruina. I think one is with an equalizer and one is with a filter. They did a whole bunch of those Ruina distortion modules, and they do sound great. I think those were the first noise engineering modules I bought. The 2HP Verb. You also see I do like 2HP a lot. So from what I know, the 2HP Verb, not everyone likes it. I do, because I think it sounds very different from the other reverbs I have. And if you turn it up, if you crank it up, it just tries it smears the sound away. It really, I wouldn't know how to describe it else. It smears the sound away. So if you come with a 2 HP pluck and you have those strings and you give a bit more of decay and crank the 2 HP verb up, it smears the sound away nicely. I just love it. Then the Percussion Jam. Then Tip Top Audio Forbidden Planet, which is a filter, low pass, high pass, and band pass filter. So I think it's also pretty affordable. If you're new with modular synths and you need a cool filter, the Forbidden Planet definitely is a cool one. Then the Modal Craft Synth 2.0. So this is not a module, as you can see on the picture. It's just a small synth, doesn't cost a lot, and I just bought it to play around with it and see how it sounds. And actually, it's pretty cool. Pretty huge sounds. I sometimes took it to the rehearsal room, hooked it up to the PA, and yeah, it's a small thing. It just fits in your bag. You can take it everywhere. And it's fun to play around. The Dropbox Phaser, so that was one of my first phaser modules. Then we have the Erica Synth Pico BBD, which is a bucket brigade delay, so a specific kind of delay. You can use it for a lot of things actually. But yeah, not one of my favorite modules, but you know, I just had to try it out. The Clark Technic EQ-PKT. So this is the huge equalizer from Clark Technic, where they modeled it after an old famous one, and yeah, you cannot expect, you know, it's costs around $300, and you just cannot expect it to sound as great as the real deal. So it's okay. I sometimes use it when I record synth sounds to just add some bass and some low ends and add some highs. For this it's okay, but like for mixing purposes, I really don't use it for that. For mixing purposes, I have plugins that I think sound better than this thing does. And also one thing people always said is like, you need to swap the tubes, you need to swap the tubes. So yeah, I thought about it at the end, did not do it. You know, $300, and then I invest like $400 or even more for new tubes. Do you think the sound will be that much better? Because all the electronics inside, all the converters, all that stuff, it all stays the same. You really just swap the tubes, and I thought no, and the tubes that are in there, they're not bad. I like them. I think they're okay for what this device is. And if you want a better device for mixing, then why get a cheap one and try to mod it? Why not just buy a better device straight away? Just buy a better EQ, you know? It's easy as that, but yeah, a lot of people, they swap tubes, do stuff like this, and well, if you actually have this Clark Technic EQ and you have swapped the tube, and let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, from my point of view, it's nah, I'm not gonna do it. The Xeoc Devices K-Miniac Phaser, also a very nice phaser module. Xeoc Devices, they make great modules. Not in the cheap price range, a bit higher priced, but very good build and very good functionality. So they do really great modules. If you don't know Xeoc, definitely check them out and what they do. And yeah, the phaser here it's really great. A Mellow Jam, and then the Make Noise Rosie introduction. Make Noise Rosie is an output module, that I used the first 1 or 2 years. Yeah, I used this as an output module. So the modular synth level is pretty hot, it's pretty high. And for my recording interface, you want to bring it down to line level. And this is what an output module actually does. So you can hook it directly up to your audio interface, and probably most interfaces could handle it. But I would really recommend an output module that brings it to a suitable line level for all external mixers and interfaces, and then you're just good to go and don't have to worry about it. The Slot Modular Mini EQ, that was a kit that I had to solder myself. It's just a small 3-band EQ, I think, 2 or 3-band EQ, and yeah, was one of the first modules that I soldered myself. Phaser-fight, Dropbox Phaser versus Xeoca Miniac, that was, I don't know. I wanted to start a new video series with module fights, and then you have one module in the left and one in the right corner, and which one wins the fight. But actually, no, that was the only video I did. You can have a look. And yeah, no, really just no. Let's move on. Clark Technic EQ again, this time on drums. So yeah, not all modules as you see, but I really try to concentrate on Eurorack modules on my channel. Steady State Fake Quantum Rainbow 2. This is a noise module, pink noise, white noise, red noise, and so on. So noise modules are really cool if you want to create percussive sounds and to modulate other sounds. If you don't have a noise module, you know, I would recommend one. I think every Eurorack system should have a noise module. Then another jam, then the Erica Synth Picomod introduction. I still use it. It's basically an envelope module, so an ADSR and a VCA in one module. And where you can set the attack and the decay, so how long your sound is. And yeah, it's just cool if I want to test an oscillator, I don't need a separate ADSR and a separate VCA. If it's just for the sake of doing a video and testing it, it's great to just have the Picomod there. The Picomod edition, that was an additional video. I uploaded a few days later or so, because a user told me, hey, you forgot to tell that if there's nothing plugged in the envelope, it behaves like an LFO, so you can use it as an LFO. So yeah, another functionality of the Picomod. 2HP Grain Jam, 2HP Grain First Look. 2HP Grain is a granular processor. The most famous probably is the Mutable Instruments Clouds. Now, the 2HP Grain is nothing like the Clouds, but it's also a lot cheaper and simple. It's simple to use compared to the Clouds, but either I'm using it wrong, or it just is what it is. You know, I usually love 2HP, great company, but the Grain just was my thing, or I didn't get any results where I could say, that's cool. A trailer, yeah, a trailer. I probably need to make a new trailer for my channel. Instruo TSL VCO introduction. Instruo is a company from Scotland. They also do very great modules. Check them out if you haven't. Then a jam again. Endorphins Milky Way. Endorphins from Spain. They're from Spain, yeah. Don't let me say it wrong. Milky Way is a multi-effects module, so with a reverb, delay, and a lot of other effects. The Bustle Instruments T-Kick, it's a kick drum, not only, but mainly a kick drum where you can get kick drum sounds. The Instruo 10H3. I'm not a fan of mathematics. So when I saw this 10H3, I was like, but it's a very affordable module. It's a wave shaper with 3 channels. I think you have one knob to control each channel, and that's it. But it's cool. It's cool. You can use it for drums, for synths, for just put things through and see what it does. It's really great. 2 HP bursts, so for drum rolls and stuff. Then I did a patch from scratch video. A new series I started or wanted to start, so where I just started patching from scratch and just to see where it leads me. The Erica Synth Pico DSP, which is a multi-effects module, very affordable if you start out with Eurorack synths and modules and are not sure if it is something for you. Definitely give this one a try. It's a very cool module, 3 HP wide, so it's pretty small. It also fits good in smaller systems, and it comes with 8 different effects, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. All right, and I would say that brings us to the end of the first year. There I did an Xmas jam, Jingle Bells, and yeah, and I think if you like this video and what I did here and this overview, then I think we can do. Let me know in the comments if you like it. But then I think we could do the second year in the next video. All right, yeah, so that was it for the first year. What else to say? It's a bit a different video, I know, but just need to cope with the situation I have right now in my home, and it will get better, and I will bring videos like that you're used to. Some module tests, some learning videos. There's actually a lot I have planned. I just need to find time, and of course I need my studio back. Yeah, because you can hear it now, the sound is not as good, and yeah, it's just not my studio, and it makes it a bit more difficult. All right, so yeah, stay safe, stay dry, stay tuned. Let me know if you like this video, and then we will take a look at the second year. And if you want to support my channel, leave a like and become a subscriber. Always makes me very happy. I hope that in January, hopefully I will be ready to bring new videos, new module reviews, all that stuff, you know. And yeah. Have a great day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and see you next time on the
Sunday Afternoon Modular